Batiste here. Hope you all are doing well. Happy Monday. Hope you are feeling your energy slowly, progressively. Uh, I woke up today with a feeling he hopefully will leave soon. Or not, I just put him down. But I woke up today just feeling a little off kilter, a little um, lost in a sense. And um, I just felt like my faith was fleeting a tinge, just a bit. And I wanted to come in here and say that because sometimes faith can feel like it is fleeting, like it's not as strong as it used to be. Feel as grounded or as rooted as you used to. All these things. You can be going outside and you can be journaling and all of these things, and it is still feel like where's the breakthrough? Where's the change? Where's the shift? You know? Um, and I just started my Saturn return in Aries, which is hilarious because if we're looking at Vedic astrology, I had a Saturn return in Pisces. So it's like kind of essentially back to back Saturn return, if you want to think of it that way. And then I just had to recognize again and remind myself again that I do not need to have the strongest faith all the time. I do not always have unshakable faith. I do not always have that strength. Sometimes I have just rage in my body. And we all know how I say use your rage, use your rage, use your rage. Because you really do need to. Because today, I'm not gonna lie to you, when I did my daily reading for myself and I'm looking at it, and it's progressive things, it's learning things, all that, I just want to go. So I just literally, the cards and just put them up. It's just like, okay, this is, okay. Let me use my rage. So I did a little bit of magic and whatnot, and I still kind of feel like, okay, the faith, but it's just like I don't always have that. And I feel like, especially like I've been saying recently, I'm just being more open and more honest and clear that as tarot readers, we don't know everything. I don't know everything. As a healer, I don't know everything, you know? And not even knowing everything, I don't always have this calm, cool, and collected energy. That's not even in my human design to be calm, cool, and collected energy. But it's a recognition that that is okay. The same way I remind you guys and let you guys know, I had to let myself know. And I wanted to come on here and do a rage reading, almost like a rage room, because I'm feeling like there's a little bit of somewhat rage, not just in me, but in other readings I've done for people and things of that sort. I can just feel the rage is really just kind of fed up energy, overt energy, um, processing, working through energy, all this. And it sometimes has to come with the start of rage, a flicker of like pain and hurt, a flicker of like irritation, of like, this is, I don't know what y'all gonna do, and I don't even know if y'all doing anything anymore. Kind of like that energy. And that is okay. That is perfectly fine. And like I said, I have to remind myself, and it's just a process of that. So it's just like, that is okay. That is just fine. That I don't have it all together in that department. That seed of faith is still planted, that hope, that expectation is still planted. But sometimes the body doesn't feel that. Just because the spirit is very rooted, and sometimes it's the spirit trying to overtake, and bum rush the body and its feelings and its emotions. but it's a recognition like, no, like, I need that. I need that necessariness of recognizing sometimes I don't have it. I don't have the faith. I don't have the trust. I'm a little scared to go into the unknown. All these things. And that happens sometimes, you know? And with that understanding and with that guidance, I had to recognize today and in this moment, like, okay, I don't want to dismiss this anger, this rage, this hurt. Like I can't even cry. I haven't even been able to cry recently. Like a little bit comes out and then it just stops. It's almost like it's a different. I'm cleansing in a different way. I'm releasing in a different way. And I feel like the collective is realizing that there's a lot more ways to heal, a lot more ways to release, a lot more ways to let go, a lot more ways to be into being and recognizing that, right? Even today, I was laying in bed, sleep, and Ruhi he keeps fucking with my charger cords. But like every now and then I'm like, no, and he'll just stop. But today he was just bothering. Like, what are you doing? He like attacking me for trying to stop him, and I'm just like, sir, leave myself alone. Like, either lay down and like relax. And I was like, hold on, why is he being rageful? Like, what is going on? Like, I know he got water. The door's open for him to use the bathroom. Like, he should have food. So then I was like, okay, let me get up. I get up and his bowl was almost gone. I said, oh, well, I could have swore like you had food. I could have swore, okay, well, let me address your rage. Let me address you acting out in a way. And then as soon as I, put it in a bowl, he went and used the bathroom, he ate his food, and he came and laid down. So it was this sense of recognizing sometimes spirit is not going to address your happiness, and not in like a sense of working here. It's going to, sometimes it needs to hear your rage, your anger. It needs to hear you acting out. It needs to see you acting out. It needs to see like, okay, they're upset. Possibly with us, possibly with the situation, or whatever it is like they are upset. And sometimes that is what gets them up, is that rage. What allows them to move is that rage, that anger, that frustration, that screaming. I remember growing up in the church, it was like, no, 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 you cannot be angry. And then I remember being like, Jesus was cussing out God on that cross. He was upset. You want me to share my blood for these people? For the for them? Look at how they're treating me. Lahi. Come on now. So he had to fast for 40 days and 40 nights because he was feeling a way. He knew that something was coming and he was trying to, and even with all that fasting, like I said, you can be doing everything. You feel like you're doing everything right. And with all the fasting that he did, with the miracle works that he did, with the changing that he did, he still got fucking pissed. He still got upset. He already knew it was coming from his inception. When the angel came down and told Mary, hey, yo, still upset. So we can know what's going to happen in our life. We can do tarot readings. We can talk to our guides. We can just literally choose something and get the consequences of that and know what's going to happen and still be upset. Still be angry. Still be irritated. Still be pissed off. I say still be frustrated. Because there is no doing everything right. It's just living. And rage, anger, all those things are a part of that. It is letting it be known. It's not stifling it. It's allowing it to move through and out of your body in a way that is productive, that is healing, that is releasing, that is strong. Allowing that to be present. Hold on. So we're taking this in and we're recognizing it. And we're shifting it. So many people get upset. It's okay. And whereas I was watching a story the other day about a Buddhist, and he wrote this routine. It wasn't about a Buddhist. It was about the four enemies of shit. I forgot. If I remember, I'll place it possibly down below. But it was just like the four enemies, and it was like discipline and working in your mind. It's really good. I'm gonna post it down below because it's a really good way of recognizing a lot of things about self and the way that we think. But the he had done, he woke up, did his meditation, rising with the sun, this and all that. And somebody had shown late, to his class, and he snapped on them. And after he snapped, and he couldn't sleep afterwards because he was like that. And sometimes, and his schedule started to fall off. All these things, that rage. When we don't recognize that rage is an aid, that anger, that frustration is an aid and not a setback. We are able to use it in a way that is more powerful. Like I said, I was like, okay, I'm still, feeling like a little bit like, I don't know where my faith is. I'm upset. What is going on? What is happening? But, however, and is a recognition, okay, I can still feel this, but I'm going to use what I'm feeling. The same way when you are sad and you're like, okay, I'm feeling a sad way, I might make my favorite food to give me a little bit of comfort, to give me a little bit of ease, So when you are utilizing your rage, your anger, your hurt, your pain, your lack of faith, your lack of trust, questioning your guides, the God, universe, and all of it, that is okay. That is perfectly fine. You are on a journey. You are discovering so many things. There's so many ways of doing it. A lot of people say you can't do certain things when you are walking in a path of spiritual enlightenment. Well, who the fuck are they to tell you what you can do on your path of spiritual enlightenment? How you should feel? I even always say, trust your intuition, trust your God when you listen to this. Take what resonates. It's that recognition of what true power is, what true strength is, what true faith is. And living by that instead of what it's supposed to look like, what it's supposed to feel like. And it's okay to feel those feelings, to work with those feelings and those emotions. I even have to y'all, my faith is fleeting. I said my faith is fleeting, y'all. Like I have those moments. Not always. Some good days, some bad days, some good weeks, some good months, some bad weeks, But when I am letting it be known and vocal and not keeping it in, it's like, okay, this is how I'm feeling. Because of this, possibly, or just because I woke up that way. So I wanted to come on here, and I was reading, as you can see, I'm pulling cards already. But I want to come here and let you know that it is okay to feel these things, to say these things, to experience all of it. It doesn't mean you love yourself any less. Doesn't mean that you care about yourself any less because you're saying these things. Unshakable faith doesn't mean that it won't be shaken, that it won't be, stirred, that it won't feel rocky at times. Because even when Jesus was cursing out God, guess who he was cursing out? God. When I was irritated today and I'm like, I don't know, guess who I was talking to? Maurish. Maori. It's still those small things of faith. That is also faith. People forget that. You know, when people are like, man, it took me a long time to, find my way back to God. I was so angry at them. But they don't even realize that the conversation that they were having when they were angry with God, they were listening. No matter what spiritual practice, religion, or atheism, or whatever it is, it's still this innate of being like, when you are being vocal and saying that, you're not just saying it for no reason. You're saying it because you expecting something or somebody to hear. That is also faith. That is also trust. Because he was like, ain't nobody listening, ain't nobody hearing me. Y'all don't hear what's going on. Y'all don't see what's going on. Who you talking to? You're not talking to a wall. And like I said, sometimes it feels like it. Sometimes I go through that too. Where it's like, okay. All right now. All right now. So when you are feeling rage, when you're feeling hurt, when you're feeling depressed, when you're feeling anxiety, and you work with it, and you allow it to flow through and out of your body, there's nothing wrong with that. You're not going on the wrong path. Even if you're like, oh, today I didn't, journal, like, fuck, it's going to mess up all the progress. No, it does not. It's like saying because people don't do construction on the weekends, which they probably do, who knows, then everything that they built before the weekend happened is just going to crumble. It's just going to fall. Which is hilarious because it lines up with one of the cars that we got. It doesn't. It doesn't. You're just pointing out pieces that are weak in your infrastructure, that you feel like aren't something to actually rely on and rely in. You're recognizing that. Whew. So when you feel those feelings, I'm like, oh, I cannot be, or when you're even mad at somebody, let me go help you forgive them so I can get this out of my, this. You can't, it is what it is out of feelings. It comes up in small ways, comes up in big ways. And it's the recognition of that. So I was like, today just, I don't know. I don't know. But I knew I felt a way, even in the shower when I usually say affirmation, I was just very quiet. Very quiet. It's like that stillness, because that's where peace can be found in chaos. Peace can be found in that anger, in that rage, in that hurt, in that fleeting hope, in that confusion. Being angry like a cat, like, hey, you're not hearing me. And the way that he was being destroyed, he wasn't really like, he just kept trying, like it was and he was holding on to the cord. And I'm like, let go of my cord. He was like, you're not listening to me. And I got it. Like, okay, what's going on? You, what's going on? Okay, I see you were lacking something. You can't, let me rephrase that. The only way to manifest is not just by being happy, high vibration. And then it's like finding $20 in the laundry when you're doing laundry. Like, oh shit, I didn't know. You're just doing life. You're living it, you're experiencing it, you're allowing it to envelop you. You're recognizing your worth, and that can also be leading to your rage. You're recognizing where you want to be, and that can be where your rage, whatever it's coming from, utilize it. It's powerful. It is a very powerful momentum, right? It's that silent fight back. It's those moments where I'm even like thinking about, thank you, Spirit, where the fight back sometimes can be very quiet, right? I'm thinking about our ancestors, Black people, where they would create these herbs and elixirs when they were on the plantation, and they, be getting R worded by the colonizer, you know, they would create herbs and elixirs and stick it up there so that way they cannot bear their children. Using that rage to recognize, okay, this should not be happening. That rage, and then them going back home and passing that knowledge down, that resistance. Sometimes that's what it is. It's like because sometimes rage and anger and pain and hurt and frustration and feeling like you're stuck or nothing's happening or everything is happening makes you feel like you can't do much of anything. Like you're stuck in a position, but there's always a way. There's always a way, you know? And that's why I wanted to go in here and express that and share not only what I was feeling, but what I've been feeling for a lot of other people. It's like, what the fuck? There's so many small ways to resist, to express that, to let that be known. We have the Lover's card coming in here, Gemini energy coming in here. Lovers is not just about coming together in collaboration, it is about choices, it is about decisions. It is about making it out of a loving need and need, out of a understanding of where that is going to push you. That Gemini energy is not just, the heart chakra, but it's that logic, it's that communication, it's that two essentially facedness. We were able to see more than one way. You don't just get released from taking a spiritual bath. Sometimes you get a release by going to the rage room. From cussing out that person that's been pushing your boundaries and not respecting it. From really digging people like, hold on. That is where this lover's energy is coming from, especially with the Queen of Wands energy, Aries energy matching it as well. First and third house energy. Recognizing that to the highest degree, that I can still have confidence, I can still be sure of self, even when I'm feeling certain type of ways. It does not take away, like I said, all that I have built up within me. Because I feel like I don't know if I can trust, I don't know, I'm looking at him right now, all of that. It's okay. It is perfect. That Aries energy, first house energy, it's recognizing how your body reacts to things and what it's saying. Listen to your heart. Listen to your body. That's what they want you to do. Listen to your body right now. Spirit sometimes wants to override our emotions, our body, because it knows so much, it understands so much, it really dives deep. But baby, you also in the physical world. That's where balance comes in. That's where the Page of Swords comes in. Let intuition, like clearing of mental clutter by expressing what is cluttering you mentally. Like guiding oneself They're recognizing that there is no wrong way to be. Some people, when you get, therapy or spiritual healing or something, and then you react in a way of being like, well, you're right. I got the healing. It's like, oh, I thought you were going to be a lot more like this. Why? It doesn't benefit me. Oh, wow, you changed. You used to, that didn't benefit me. That was harming me, stifling me, suffocating me, making me feel like I had to. What was that moment? I think it was the off the Parkers. It was the Parkers where Kim was trying to teach her friend. I forgot her friend. Her friend like how to be. You're supposed to act like you don't know and this and that and and that's how you get boys. And then after she did that, the boy just started being like misogynistic and all this extra. She's like, like, nah. So when they played pool, she whooped his ass and she was like, you're supposed to be a girl. I am, but you are not a man. You are a child. She like went off on him like that. Does not take away. I realized that's not who I am. I'm not weak. I'm not ditzy. I'm quite smart. I go here. I do this. Because it recognizes, again, that Page of Swords, that Queen of Wands, that energy. Oh, that's just ain't it. Just ain't it. I don't need to have a smile on my face every day. It just don't. And I feel like you guys are going through something right now where you feel a little bit lost, you feel a little bit confused, you feel a little bit shaken, you feel a little bit stirred. Because we have the Five of Pentacles, but we also have the Nine of Wands. That flame that's lit next to them, I say, as your power is erased, to recognize, okay, I'm seeking solace from a place that is looking at me, but not seeing me. I don't feel like journaling today. Fuck it. I don't feel like doing it. It doesn't change the foundation that you are building. And that in itself is faith as well, trusting that when your body does not feel like doing it, you listen to it. Like I said, you can't let spirit override the same way you can't let the body, the material things, and being focused on that override spirit. It's a balance, a true balance. And I love that each of these cards, where it feels like these next four cards, the one I just pulled and the next two cards, feels like, okay, there's a negative, there's a piss off moment, but then there's a change, Nine of Wands moment. Seeking refuge, seeking help, seeking support, seeking calming energy, peaceful energy, restored energy, resting, all this. And the Nine of Wands is making it out of it, which is right under the Lover's card. Having a choice and making a decision to see and recognize a way out. Sometimes you're just sitting there and having a pity party. I'm here and it's my party. I can cry if I want to. And you're not doing it in a way that's harming people. Oh, no. Or, anything. It's dismantling the psychological idea that I have to hold on to everything so closely and dearly that nothing should harm me, nothing should upset me. Absolutely not. We have the Tower card and the Three of Swords card. It is recognizing that when there is a shift, this is something that is out of your circumstances. But with this Three of Swords, it brings that clarity, it brings that truth to your heart, that three, that Gemini energy, that lover's energy. What do I truly love? What do I truly deserve? What do I truly desire? I'm hearing head over heels. Somersault energy. Like flipping. It's flipping you right now, going in a whirlwind. Whirlwind? Whirlwind? Is it whirlwind or whirlwind? Whatever. That wind. Okay? It is recognizing that. It is moving towards that goal in your pace. That tower moment, that disruption, that shaking it up. You can be upset with tower moments no matter if it's upright or not. It's still a change. And with this Three of Swords, it may lead to a little bit of heartbreak, but at least to that restoration of what you truly needed to mend you. It's like somebody constantly stepping on your feet while you're dancing. Like, hey, like, you stepping on my feet. Like, oh, no, you're stepping on my feet. Oh, all right, okay. And you snap. Sometimes it takes those moments. But Spirit is saying, don't get to a moment where it snaps. Use it. Plain it, just use it. You're stepping on my feet. Do not do it again. Please be mindful of where you are moving. There are other people here as well. Thank you so much. Because, like I said, sometimes it feels like Spirit is like, oh, yeah, we hear you. Like, don't worry about the funds. Don't worry about the love. Don't worry about the job. Don't worry. It's like, but I'm feeling a way. You're not hearing. I'm feeling a way. I need something. I told Spirit, I said, Spirit, show me something that's worth living for today. Sometimes you need to say some words like, show me something that's worth living for today. And not saying I was thinking about going out, because I do sometimes have those, but it was just like, show me something that's like, damn, that's why I did why I was upset before shit. Like, okay, because there was always better. Final cards we have are Cancer energy with the Queen of Cups energy. A lot of Queen energy on this side. The Queen and the Queen was right under each other. And then the Ten of Pentacles. You want to create that strong foundation, not just for yourself, but for the future. Something you can pass down. Like I said, even just thinking about the ancestors, how their quiet resistance allowed such strength. There was still rage. And so they acted in a way that their rage allows them to not allow it to fester, blossom, and bloom and be birth into something that was just, they allowed it to shift and change. Like, yeah, you're not gonna get what you think you got. It's not happening. Yes, I'm listening to your children in their studies, and you said I couldn't. Because how dare you? I'm glad you're sleeping. I'm glad you rested. I'm glad you know I got everything I need. But wake the hell up. Wake the hell up. And that's what I feel like you're doing is you are waking your body up, waking spirit up to be like, we need to be on the same accord. And not rushing energy, not pushing, like, this is how I'm feeling energy. Take those moments, that sitting moment with the Nine of Wands, the nurturing energy with the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is also about making a decision because it's that indecisive should I not energy, but it's allowing you to slowly walk with the water, slowly allowing things to trickle. Your rage is prominent sometimes, very potent, pungent sometimes. You can smell it in the air. And it's so strong. It reminds me of My Little Pony. If you don't know, I love My Little Pony, but Starlight Glimmer, she was upset with Trixie, the great and powerful Trixie. She was upset with her. And anytime she was upset with her, instead of her letting her know her frustrations because she didn't want to lose a friend, she didn't want to look bad, she didn't want to be seen because she literally was a person that took away everybody's kitty. It's a long story, okay? She did some bad shit. Um, and she did some fucked up shit, okay? But she didn't want to be seen as what she had done in the past. So she literally and it was literally red smoke that would come out and she would put in a bottle. And Trixie seen it like, what is that? She was like, nothing. But then when her rage got, literally the bottle busted and went to other people and they started attacking Trixie like, da da da, and saying all the things that she wasn't saying. It was coming out from other people. She was like, I don't even know you. And so these people, she didn't. I don't know y'all. This is very specific. Hold on. And then she got to 7. She was like, this is how I've been feeling. And the more that she would literally bottle her rage, literally the weaker she got in her body. It was getting harder for her to walk, harder for her to move, harder for her to speak, harder for her to use magic. Because her magic, everything's on point. Harder for her to do so many things because she was bottling that rage, feeling like it wasn't necessary, it wasn't needed, it wasn't going to lead to anything. It was going to make her look and feel a certain way. It was going to make Trixie feel a certain way and leave her only friend at that moment in time. No, she had 2, but one that was currently there in the city. It literally, her hair was drooping. It was just, it made it affect her. So do not bottle that rage because it's going to make you look a certain way because people will leave or because of what you may have done. You are using it in a way because it is voicing something. Why did you fuck that up? Voicing that, like that upset me when you did that. That did not make me happy when you did that. And it's not putting the blame on anyone, but it's allowing your feelings to be known and expressed. Mm. And allowing that in so prominently to flow out of your body in a productive way. She had to literally call back her rage. Like, hold on, it's me. She had to call back her rage and all that, and then let her know. And after she did that, it was like she was rejuvenated. Right after that tower moment of like, feel like you got a bottle in, it's like, no, you don't have to bottle in. You don't have to, oh, I can't be mad. Let me not be upset. The universe get upset too. Universe get mad too. Universe gotta release some shit too. Okay, we all seen Old Testament God. We all know about Buddha in his young days. It's again sometimes what you feel like you were in the past. You have grown, and it's okay to express that. Because the way that I used to voice my anger was not in a healthy way to me at all. Because I feel like I couldn't share and express it. So you can, and you should. And it's that diving deep that allows that truly to be a true correspondent. That is also shadow work of recognizing I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm angry. I'm irritated. I'm frustrated. I feel like I'm letting shit slide. Follow your intuition. It is leading you to a place where you can find refuge in your own body. Okay? And you can be heard. All right? So, let's get some final cards, some final messages for you guys. Because with the Tower moment coming in here, the Queen of Cups is right after that. That nurturing energy, that caring energy, that healing energy. Flipped over. We got Virgo energy coming in here, the Hermit. Like I said, diving deep, and that's right on top of the Tower moment. People feel like Tower moments is, it always has to be external. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes the Tower moment is recognizing, again, those emotions, those feelings. Recognizing I cannot hide from them. I have to go into the Hermit mode of true reflection, of true pivoting moments, of true change. That 6th house energy of recognizing I'm still a maiden, I'm still young, I'm still understanding and trying to get that diving in. They also are about balance. We forget Virgos are also very analytical and about balance, being rooted. I'm seeing Beyonce when she was talking to them about the lights and stuff. She's like, "We got black women. Like I told you about this lights the other day," and they just don't say nothing. She look around. She didn't have to say it again. She just, yeah, we'll get on that. Sometimes it's that silent anger. I'm gonna say it once, and then I'm gonna look at you like you're crazy. We're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it set up. That's what's passing down. You can still be Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups. This feminine, strong, authoritative energy, this nurturing, caring, confident energy. Somebody that people can go to, people want to be around. Oh, holy shit! I didn't even realize. In the map, it's like a light tower, and this also looks like the tower right after the Tower card. There's a light. No one knows how far. Okay, like I said, nature gets angry too. She was just drying up everything. She was like, okay, y'all not hearing me. Y'all not understanding me. I'm gonna need to take y'all fish. I'm gonna need to take y'all because something is missing. Okay? Something is missing. You are in a relationship with your spirit team, with God. You are in a collaboration, in a relationship with them. Stop treating it like it's a dictatorship. Stop treating it like you are to be seen and not heard and only used as a vessel. No. No. You are a human being. So you realize all of what a human being is. Okay? I love you guys. Love yourselves a whole lot more. However that means to you. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, my darlings. Okay?